And good evening and welcome to Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark as Oklahoma City Dodgers baseball and Earview on Cox is on the air as the Oklahoma City Dodgers getting ready to take on the Round Rock Express. Game 3 of a 5-game series here on a Fireworks Friday here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. Game 3 of 5 between these two. It has been Round Rock taking the first 2 games of the series and really powered by their offense. The Dodgers trying to break an 8-game home losing skid. Also trying to get out of a funk, which has seen them lose 13 of their last 17 games. Alex Reben and Steve Marshall with you here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark as we appreciate you spending some time here on your holiday weekend with us as the Dodgers continue on this homestand. Couple of home games remaining after today. Well, in Game 1, it was Round Rock winning it 8-5 in front of a capacity crowd here on the 4th of July. And then yesterday, a 7-3 Express win. It's again handing the Dodgers their 7th and 8th consecutive losses at home for a team that had once won 15 straight games at home this season. They'll look to get back on track here tonight. Dodgers a few minutes away from taking the field here. Brock Stewart will be the starting pitcher for the Dodgers, and we will tell you more about him when he heads to the mound. Alex Verdugo has the night off tonight. He'll be one of the 4 Dodgers All-Stars coming up, going to the AAA All-Star game in Columbus. As the Dodgers all smiles now, and hopefully will be all smiles throughout the remainder of the game tonight as they look to again snap this losing streak and return to the win column. Dodgers now taking the field here against the Express. Dodgers have won 6 of 9 meetings in the season series so far after winning 6 of the first 7. They've lost the last 2 nights, and for Round Rock, they're in the other direction. They have won 11 of their last 14, and on the road, they've won 5 straight and 8 of their last 10 away from Dell Diamond. Connor Joe handing things up here. First inning is he'll take over at first base tonight. Here's the starting lineup for the Express. Drew Robinson will lead off. Christian Lope, Scott Heineman do up here in the top of the first inning. The heart of the order, and Willie Calhoun, Andy Ibanez, and Carlos Perez is on rehab assignment. Nick Noonan, Juan Centeno, and Hanser Alberto will round things out for the Express. The Express, the AAA affiliate of the Texas Rangers, and thus why we have the designator in place here tonight as well as for the series. Brock Stewart makes the start for the Dodgers tonight, coming off 6 scoreless innings in New Orleans. Stewart, when with Oklahoma City, has made 8 starts, 1-0 record, 2.57 ERA, 35 innings pitched, 10 runs, 30 hits allowed, 10 walks against, 30 strikeouts. Opponents batting .234 against him. And for a pitching staff that has really struggled of late, mentioned his strong start last time out, and will look to give another strong start and hopefully straighten things out for this pitching staff that's been struggling lately.
You know, when you look at some of the stats that you talked about earlier, Alex, as far as wins and losses and consecutive losses and things like that, I think the thing that jumps out at me is the run differential, where the Dodgers were a +89 prior to June 18th, and since then they're a -24. So that's a drastic change, and obviously something that they want to work out and get better at tonight.
Drew Robinson to lead things off. As Robinson starting in center field tonight, a .265 hitter on the year, and swings for the first pitch of the night for strike 1. 4 homers, 11 RBIs for Robinson over 25 games with Round Rock. Began the season with a parent club, Texas Rangers. Dodgers will have a shift on behind Stewart. Next pitch is outside as they'll put 3 guys on the right side of the infield. Robinson last night 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. Here comes the 1-1 from Stewart. And it's taken for a strike low and in the zone. Moving the count to a ball and 2 strikes. A warm and windy night here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. 87 degrees. Strong winds blowing in from right field at the moment. Upwards of 20 miles an hour. 1-2 to Robinson. This is upstairs. They'll be followed by Lopes and Heineman.
Radar was showing a little thunderstorm activity out to our east and was actually headed west, which is highly unusual, but hopefully we'll stay dry here tonight.
Bill Hasselman trying to get his team back in the win column tonight as Stewart misses low, and that'll run the count full. Stewart not only 6 scoreless innings last time out in New Orleans, but 6 efficient innings. Needed just 68 pitches to complete the 6 scoreless frames. Did not figure in the decision as he left the game in a scoreless tie. Dodgers eventually lost 2-1. Robinson leading off tonight's game. 25 years old, from Las Vegas. Signed out of high school by the Rangers in 2010. Here's a 3-2. Swinging a line drive into right field for a base hit. Heading towards the track. Tyrone's going to have to play it off the base of the wall. Robinson rounding second on his way to third. Tyrone's throwing to Rios. His relay throw to third is not going to be in time. It's a leadoff triple to start off the game.
He got the pitch he was looking for right there and drove it into right field. A little problem getting the ball corralled there in that right field corner by Tyrone, but by the time he was able to gather it back in, even a good throw was not able to get him as he gets things started here with a triple.
Tyrone joined in the outfield by Henry Ramos and Andrew Tolles. Edwin Rios at third, Breivik Valera at short, Angelo Moore at second, Connor Joe the first baseman, and Kyle Farmer catching. And not the way to start this game tonight with a leadoff triple by Robinson. Oh, some early trouble for Brock Stewart here in the first inning. Christian Lopes batting from the right side. First pitch from Stewart. Swung out and hit out a play to the right. Lopes hitting .244, 8 home runs and 34 RBIs. Last night, 1 for 5 of the runs scored. Now the Express had a big early inning, 4 runs in the second, already threatening to score. One batter of the game here in the first. 0-1 to Lopes. Weak grounder towards short. Robinson stays put. Valera fields and throws to first for the out.
Dodgers playing in on that situation. Usually you would see the runner from third, but with nobody out, not going to advance too much. Contact play. Try to come home, but with the infield in, he wisely decided to stay there at third base, 1 away.
I think that also tells you about the nature of this team right now, already playing the infield in as you get another look at Robinson's triple towards the corner. Always a little bit tough when it hits off that cement base of the wall down in the corner. The infield will stay in for Scott Heineman. First pitch to Heineman. He'll take it low for ball 1. Heineman batting .296. 8 home runs, 43 RBIs. Enters today on a 7-game hitting streak during which he is batting .500, 15 for 30 during that time. Heineman a hit last night as well as a walk. Next pitch from Stewart. Swinging a grounder. That's past it, diving Valera into center field in a quick 1-0 Round Rock lead.
Well, there's a case if you're playing back and allowing the run to score, you probably feel that it's short, but again, with some of the troubles, especially getting runs for the Dodgers squad, they decided to play in. That one just gets through up the middle and a 1-0 lead for the Express.
Now Round Rock scored first in all 3 games of this series. And a runner aboard for Willie Calhoun. Calhoun in left field tonight, DH'd yesterday. He has had 2 hits in each of the first 2 games of the series. I'll put 3 guys to the right side of the infield. Play him to pull. Time is called. A 4 for 10 start in the series for Calhoun. We mentioned the Round Rock offense. First 2 games, 15 runs, 26 hits. They've already got a run on 2 hits, 3 batters in. Off-speed pitch to Calhoun, down and away. Now Calhoun, a little bit less than a year ago, was wearing an Oklahoma City Dodgers uniform. Part of a package the Rangers received at the trade deadline in exchange for Yu Darvish. Stewart's 1-0. Swinging a grounder past to diving Joe and Rios and into right field. Another base hit. Heineman over to third as a throw into second. Round Rock beginning tonight's game 3 for 4.
You know, I don't know if it was a sharp ground ball, but hit well enough. But again, just at a place where nobody can get it. First baseman, second baseman, just perfectly placed in between. And 3 of the first 4 batters have reached base via the hit.
Runners at the corners for Andy Ibanez. As mentioned, Stewart coming off 6 scoreless in New Orleans, but he's already given up a run in Looks like Kyle Farmer's going to walk out and talk to him. Hopefully he can straighten things out here in the first inning. And pitching coach Bill Seamus going to join the conversation.
Well, it's not like he's really been fooling anybody. Only 4 batters in here in the early going. Had the ringing triple by Robinson, and then Heineman back up the middle, and Calhoun with the sharp single into right field. The only out was recorded on the sharp ground ball that was hit to the shortstop. So they're going to try to get this bleeding stopped as soon as possible. Pay a little visit to the mound, talk about it, see if they can come out with some answers here.
This is the 4th career start for Stewart against Round Rock. He's been successful in each of his first 3 outings, including one this year on April the 18th. 5 2/3 scoreless innings, or excuse me, solid innings on the road, but left with a lead. Dodgers couldn't hang on to it. Banya's ready to go. Back in the lineup after getting the day off yesterday. First pitch swings and hits it in the air to shallow left field. Ramos squaring underneath it, will run up to it, make the catch. Here comes Heineman, here comes the throw. It is way offline, goes all the way to the backstop. Now that allows Heineman to score to sacrifice fly and a 2-0 Round Rock lead.
Yeah, not a great throw in there from left field, far off the line. And he threw it over the cutoff man, which then allowed the runner from first base to make it down to second base as you take a look at the replay.
Now, Heineman's a decent runner. A decent throw would have been close at best. But I think that was probably hit deep enough for Heineman to be able to score regardless if the throw was more on line. They're going to peel to first base to see if Calhoun left early. He did not. Well, again, another less than ideal start tonight. Man at second and 2 away for Carlos Perez, currently on rehab assignment, recovering from a right ankle injury. First pitch to Perez, called for a strike. Perez began this rehab assignment at AA Frisco, played 4 games there, and then joined Round Rock last night. He was 1 for 3, 2 walks, 2 runs scored. Stewart strike 1 pitch. Looped on a bounce to short. Valera Fields throws to first. That'll end the inning. The Express able to strike early again. 2 runs, 3 hits, and a man left. This is Oklahoma City Dodgers baseball on your view on Cox. Dodgers down early 2-0. Connor Joe will lead it off. Andrew Tolles, Brave Valera to follow here in the first. Kyle Garlick, Kyle Farmer, Edwin Rios the middle of the order. And then Travis Tyrone, Henry Ramos, and Angelo Mora will finish it out. Michael Roth, the starting pitcher for the Express tonight. The left-hander to face the Dodgers for the 3rd time this year, but the first time with Round Rock. Began the year with the Iowa Cubs, as this is Roth's 9th appearance with Round Rock. First pitch, Joe will swing and miss. Roth 3-2 over 8 appearances with the Express. Joe hitting a tad under .300 in his time with Oklahoma City. Roth missing well inside. Joe did not play yesterday, 0 for 3 with a sacrifice fly on Wednesday night. Hitless over his last 2 games. There's Round Rock's defense. Willie Calhoun, Drew Robinson, Scott Heineman in the outfield. Abanez, Noonan, Lopes, Alberto around the infield. Centeno the catcher tonight. Joe fouls off the next pitch. Then he'll move the count to 1-2. Connor Joe a combined .303 average between the Dodgers and AA Tulsa this year. First year in the Dodgers organization. Roth misses downstairs, evens up the count.
Round Rock is 7 games under .500 at home, but 3+ on the road this year. And You talk about Roth, he is 2-0 on the road and 1-2 at home, so those numbers not typically what you see.
And the Express have won 5 straight on the road entering tonight. Meanwhile, the Dodgers have lost 8 straight at home. A loss tonight would tie the team's all-time longest home losing streak since the ballpark opened up in 1998. Roth delivers at 2-2. This is downstairs. Roth acquired by Texas in a trade for cash considerations in late May. It made 7 appearances with the Iowa Cubs before the trade. Coming off a tough start at home, which he gave up 6 runs and 8 hits over 5 innings, including 4 home runs. 3-2 to Joe. Swings and misses. Went downstairs after ball 4 and strikes out.
Good crowd on hand tonight, Alex. Noticed a lot of Little League teams marching through the stadium on the field beforehand. Great atmosphere for the family and the kiddos.
Featured Dodgers night tonight. Bases empty for Andrew Tolles, who had been red hot, but now has gone in a bit of a cold spell. 0 for 9 to start the series. First pitch down and away to Tolles. Last night 0 for 4. DH last night, back in center field tonight. Roth missing high and outside this time. Last time Roth pitched here, it did not go well for him. That was when he was with Iowa. Game on April the 28th. Tolles takes low and away. Gave up 5 runs in 7 hits in 2 innings. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts through 60 pitches. 25 pitches in the first, 35 pitches in the second. Dodgers scored 1 in the first and 4 in the fourth. 3-0 taking for a strike. Mike Ishopo, the home plate umpire tonight. It's joined by Paul Clemens at first base and Nate Tomlinson at third. (3-1) to Tolles. Swung out and grounded towards the Round Rock dugout.
Roth, a left-hander, he has a little bit of a pause in his delivery. Kind of reminds me of Sid Fernandez with the Mets many years ago. And Fernandez always looked like he was so easy flowing, and boy, that ball would zip across and he could really put something on it.
Here's the 3-2 to Tolles. Tied him up. Swings through a fastball in on his hands for strike 3.
Tolles not looking for that pitch. He was looking for a breaking ball, perhaps. Did not get it. Chased the high and tight fastball, and Roth won that battle for sure.
Ravik Valera will look to get a 2-out rally going. Batting in the 3rd spot in the lineup for the first time this season. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Primarily bats first or second. The switch hitter tends to hit a bit better from the right side. Sends one into shallow center field. Robinson reaches a stop, makes the catch, and the Dodgers down in order here in the first. Now the first inning belonging to the Express as they lead it 2-0. Dodgers hopefully can take control over the final 8. This is Oklahoma City Dodgers baseball and your view on Cox. Now bust out the Reebok pumps and play your favorite Prince album as we go back to the 80s for 89ers night tomorrow. Get your tickets and be a part of the throwback fun by calling 405-218-2150 or by visiting OKCDodgers.com. Got some young Niners fans already in the house tonight, and that'll be pretty similar to the jerseys the Dodgers are wearing tomorrow. 2 runs and 3 hits in the first inning for Round Rock. See if Brock Stewart can throw a 0 up on the board here. First pitch swung out and missed by Nick Noonan. Noonan batting .246, 4 homers, 22 RBIs. A key 2-run, 2-out single that started the scoring for Round Rock yesterday as the Express scored all 7 runs with 2 outs last night. Stewart throwing 15 pitches in the first inning. Ahead at 0-2. Pitches fouled out of play off to the left side. And ricochets back towards the seats near the plate. Oh, 2. Flied into deep center field, but playable for Tolles. Back to his left will make the catch.
I think the ERA during this latest tailspin is 5.27 for the Dodgers pitching. Obviously far above what they would like to see it. So Stewart gets off on the wrong foot, but plenty of time to make up for that and start lowering in that ERA.
And it's been especially tough at home of late. First pitch to Centeno is outside. Juan Centeno began the year with the parent club Texas Rangers, sent to Round Rock in early May. Takes down and in for ball 2. He did not play yesterday. Had 3 hits on Wednesday night. A season high 3 hits at that. Also walked and scored a run, so on base 4 times. Two-0, nicks the inside corner for strike 1.
Looked a little tight. Not the way the umpire saw it.
That's the only person whose opinion matters.
That's right.
Centeno takes that one high and outside. Now, the 8-9 hitters have provided a lot of headaches for the Dodgers this series. The 8-9 hitters have combined in the first 2 games of the series to go 9 for 16 with 10 RBIs. 3-1 is popped up. Rios shuffling a couple of steps back, waving everybody off, and makes the grab. Good job by Stewart to get a pump out on a 3-1 count. The first 2 batters of the inning retired by Stewart, with Hunter Alberto coming up. He was having a whale of a series so far. First 2 games, 5 for 8, a home run, a triple, and 7 RBIs. Shows bunt. It's off to the left side. Rios charges, bare hands, throws to first. Not going to be in time.
Boy, that was a good bunt.
I was just going to say the good news is no one is on base for Alberto this time, but he still finds a way to be productive.
Using all the tools that he has to get the most out of his game. And boy, when he puts this one down, obviously nobody on base, so he's not trying to sacrifice. He saw something. Thought maybe the third baseman, Rios, was playing a little bit too deep, laid it down, beat it out at first base.
Heading back to the top of the order for Robinson, who started off the game with a triple. Robinson was showing bunt, takes the pitch low.
You got the major shift on Mr. Robinson.
Rios will play about 15 feet into shallow right. Stewart's 1-0. Fouled off. Alberto keeping the inning alive with a bunt single. 4 hits through 9 batters tonight for the Express. They've scored 7 runs in 3 straight games entering tonight. During that time, they have collected 37 hits. Robinson takes a changeup down and away. .327 batting average during that time. Again, they've won 4 straight overall, 5 straight on the road. They've also taken over sole possession of second place in their division for the first time in a long time. 2-1 fastball misses down. First time the Express have been in sole possession of second place in the Pacific Coast League's American Southern Division since April of 2017. That's the good news. The bad news is they're still 11.5 games out of first behind the Memphis Redbirds, who have the best record in the league. Robinson in hitter's count takes low for ball 4. First walk by Stewart, who did not allow a walk over 6 innings in his last start.
Yeah, you get the first 2 out. Guy reaches on a clean bunt single. Next guy is walked, and now you're looking at the number 2 hitter. Want to put the stop to it right here. Don't want to have to necessarily face the 3 and 4 guys waiting on deck and yet in the dugout.
Christian Lopes grounded out his first time up. Breaking ball misses down. Mentioned it already last night. Round Rock, all 7 of their runs scored with 2 out. They had 4 of them in the second inning yesterday. They got 2 in the first tonight, both with less than 2 out. But Lopes a chance to add to the lead. Breaking ball from Stewart. This is outside and now behind at 2-0.
Kind of struggling finding that proper release point. Sometimes he's throwing across his body, ends up further on the first base side of the mound, probably than he would like.
Lopes in his first year in the Rangers organization, signed as a free agent in the offseason. Had been in the Toronto system for several years. Sends one foul sharply off to the left side, ricocheting off the sidewall.
Looks like all the weather activity is going to stay out of our path this evening for a while there. Looked like it had stirred up some dust and some pretty windy conditions there for a little while, but it's calmed down.
2-1 to Lopes. Got a piece of it as it skips back behind the plate. Well, hopefully it will stay away, as that system actually is moving more east to west than west to east.
It's unusual.
Two and 2 to Lopes. Pulled foul at the front of the Dodgers dugout. Now, usually you see everyone move off the railing after something like that, but no, everyone's staying put.
I mean, it's hard to do that from the right-hand side of the plate to follow it that directly into the dugout. You have to be so far out in front of that pitch, as he was, obviously.
Stewart steps off for delivering the next pitch. 20 pitches in the inning now for Stewart. Two to Lopes. Swing and a miss. Gets his first strikeout. That'll end the inning. Now the Express with no runs, a hit, and 2 men left. Dodgers will look to get on the board here down early. This is Oklahoma City Dodgers baseball on Your View on Cox. We're back in action here. First pitch taken by Kyle Garlick for ball 1. Garlick now swings. It's a liner into left field for a base hit. Calhoun will throw it in and keep Garlick at first, who's got 4 hits now in his last 5 at-bats.
Got out in front of that one, stayed on top of it. right over the third baseman's head. Not quite deep enough for him to try to. He thought about two for a brief moment, but decided one was going to be the safe play there, especially as the leadoff hitter.
And aboard for Kyle Farmer. Did not play yesterday. He was 2 for 5 with a pair of doubles on Wednesday. Takes inside as the Round Rock infield. A traditional double play up the middle. Roth taking some time to smooth out the front of the pitching mound to his liking.
Got the stars decorating the infield with one big star surrounded by 5 smaller, and then 2 other stars over by the on-deck circles. Patriotic theme, fireworks after the game tonight.
Final day of 3 straight fireworks nights. Tonight's fireworks presented by True Sky Credit Union. Dodgers down a couple early on tonight, trying to stamp this 8-game home losing streak. Farmer takes strike 1. Now Michael Roth trying to beat the Dodgers for the first time in his career. 5 career starts between Round Rock and Iowa. He's 0-4. Farmer now hits one sharply, and that is a foul ball, just barely down the left field line.
Wasn't foul by much. See if we can gather another glimpse on our replay there. Just got out in front, just hooked it just enough. Thought it was foul myself from our vantage point. You take a look.
Now, despite the posturing of the fans down the line, it is a foul ball. Ends up being a long strike 2 to Farmer. Now fouls this one out of play to the right side. Now the numbers for Roth in his career against Oklahoma City: 5 starts, 0-4 record, 23 1/3 innings, 27 hits, 13 runs, 9 walks, 18 strikeouts. I was also with Round Rock in 2016 when he made 3 starts against the Dodgers. Farmer hits it in the air to center field. Robinson towards right center, settling under it to make the catch.
Got under it just a little too much. Got the big part of the bat on it. I always talk about the exit velocity now and trying to hit the ball in an upward plane. He got it upward, but just a little too much.
Runner remains on for Edwin Rios. 5 for 7 his last 3 games. A couple of hits last night. Dodgers trailing in this one 2-0. Takes a breaking ball outside. Rios missing close to 2 months to start the season with injury. Hitting .309 since his return. Takes it upstairs for ball 2.
Only one of 2 left-handers in the lineup tonight. You can see where naturally lefty on lefty is going to go to the pitcher's advantage, but in some cases even more so. And Roth looks like one of those guys that is double tough on left-handed batters.
Behind it 2-0, Rios fouls one back behind the plate. 2 hits in each of the first 2 games of the series for Rios. Also drew the team's only walk last night. Dodgers have not been taking many pitches of late. That was their first walk in 22 innings. Fouls one off to even up the count at 2-2.
Remember when he had Tolles behind in the count through the high and tight fastball. Let's see what he comes with here to Rios.
Garlick led off the inning with a single. He's still at first with 1 out. Rios fouls one off and apparently had some thoughts about it, mumbling something to himself that time after the foul ball.
He wants that pitch back. Felt like he probably should have done a little bit more with that pitch. See if he can't get something right here.
Fans hoping for a rally here in the bottom of the second inning. Grounds it foul off the left side near third base coach Luis Matos. Will now gather it and give a souvenir to a young man in the front row. Luis Matos, in his third season as the Dodgers' third base coach, also works with the outfielders. Two. Grounded right side. Alberto Pick steps on second, or excuse me, to first. It becomes a tag play at second, and the tag is in time as the double play ends the inning. So 3-6 on the double play. Round Rock still leading 2-0 here after 2 innings. This is Oklahoma City Dodgers baseball on your view on Cox. Brahms Friends and Family 4-pack returning tomorrow when the Dodgers host the Express. You'll receive 4 game tickets, 4 Brahms combo vouchers, and 4 Dodgers hats for only $39.99. Find out more and purchase your tickets at okcdodgers.com, or you can call 405-218-2150. First pitch of the inning to Scott Heineman, a breaking ball called for a strike. Heineman, an RBI single his first time up. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up here for the Express. A 1 missing down and away as Round Rock has already sent 11 men to the plate in the first 2 innings.
Notice the last 2 starts that they've tried to keep Stewart down around the 70-75 pitch count list. You know of any restriction that he's on tonight, or they're going to keep it right about there?
It should be about 80 to 85 tonight. Of course, Brock has gone back and forth between Oklahoma City and Los Angeles all year. It's been hard for him to get any kind of routine going. Starting, relieving in the major leagues, even a couple of starts for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Heineman's going to have his second hit of the night as he sends one into left field. Well, Scott Heineman staying hot. Mentioned how he entered tonight, batting .500 over his last 7 games, and he's 2 for 2 tonight. Stewart didn't have a leadoff man reach in his last outing, and he's had 2 of 3 leadoff batters reach base tonight. Runner will be aboard for Willie Calhoun. Shift will be on with Rios moving to the right side of the infield. Starting to possibly show bunt, takes a strike.
Well, you look at the stats leaders in the Pacific Coast League, and he's up there everywhere. Second in doubles, he's third in overall hits, he's second in games, he's batted the third most times.
An all-star with Oklahoma City last season prior to the trade. Takes outside, got called up to the Rangers in September after the trade, but has spent this entire season so far with the Express. He's now, as a throw to first base down in time. Calhoun now on a 13-game hitting streak after his first inning single. Runner goes, pitches down, and cannot be handled cleanly by Farmer. It'll be a stolen base for Heineman, 13th with the Express and 15th overall. Round Rock already leading 2-0. Now has a man at third with, man at second with nobody out. Good jump by Heineman, even if Farmer is able to come up with it. Yeah, no shot. Calhoun takes down and away on a changeup for ball 3.
You see Calhoun, and he's a stocky guy, 5'8", 210. You've got him out there playing in the left field position.
Played mostly second base with OKC last year, did play some left, but he's been almost exclusively a left fielder in the Rangers organization. He'll draw a walk, and that puts 2 on. Second walk by Stewart tonight.
Now batting the third baseman, Angie Abanya.
In at the corners, they'll take the double play if they get it. Trying to keep the runner close at second base.
First pitch called for a strike to Ibanez. Farmer thought about possibly throwing back to second, but just sends it back to Stewart instead. Boy, it's 2 more men on base this inning. The WIMP, walks and hits per innings pitch for the Dodgers pitching staff, has been extremely high of late. Heineman getting a decent lead. That'll draw Stewart to step off the rubber. Over the last 17 games where all the trouble has been, it's a 1.63 whip. And the last 3 home games entering tonight, it's over a 2 whip. So an average of 2 base runners an inning. This pitch is flying into shallow right. Tyrone not going to be able to get it. It drops in. Now he slightly overruns it. Heineman heading on home. The throw towards third cut off. It's a bloop RBI single by Ibanez to make it 3-0.
Well, they've had a couple. I mean, the ground ball that made it between first and second, and the base hit over the shortstop's head to left center field, and that one you just can't even imagine putting it anywhere else that it's going to have that result. And Tyrone had to run a mile just to get as close as he did. And as you said, Alex, a little trouble with it and run able to come across.
Well, not only does a run score, runners at first and third, still not out. Perez swings through the first pitch. He grounded out his first time up. 6 hits tonight to go along with 2 walks.
You can take those 6, and 2 of them were hit pretty sharp. The triple to lead the game off. But the other one's just finding the holes in the defense.
Perez takes down and away for ball 1. Now Carlos Perez, originally signed out of Venezuela by Toronto and traded to the Astros, which meant he spent some time here in Oklahoma City between the 2013 and 2014 seasons. Go to first, checking in on Ibanez. Ibanez with 2 RBIs already tonight, with a sac fly in the first and out RBI single here in the third. Stewart missing down for ball 2. Dodgers have lost each of Stewart's last 3 starts. He has not been nearly as effective at home for whatever reason as he has been on the road this year. But no pitcher's been effective at home of late. Perez fouls one off during the 8-game home losing streak. It's an ERA near 6. Opponents batting .320. And that has only climbed tonight. Two to Perez. Fouled off towards the Dodgers dugout.
Yeah, to this point, 6 hits, 6 outs. That's 500 for the night.
Now Calhoun over at third base near Jason Wood, the Round Rock manager, coaches at third. Andy Ibanez over at first. Inning has gone single, walk, single. Two swung out and missed. Got one past him on the inner part of the plate, and Perez down on strike. Second strikeout tonight by Stewart.
Looked to be off a changeup, so he got up pretty far in front of that one. Good location as well.
Had some arm side run to it. Runners stay out the corners for Nick Noonan. Now a ground ball in the right spot can get the Dodgers out of this thing. Noonan flied out his first time up. One-0 swung out and missed. This is already the fifth plate appearance with a man at third with less than 2 out for Round Rock tonight. Well, they once led 4-0 last night. They're up 3-0 tonight. It's 1-1. Now back to the screen. Calhoun, the lead runner at third. As Noonan, a few different ways to try and get him home here with 1 out. One-two to Noonan. This is high and outside. Here's the 2-2. Got him to chase downstairs. Two big back-to-back strikeouts by Stewart for the first 2 outs.
First 3 get on board, last 2 have struck out. Now let's see if Stewart can't escape. Only giving up the 1 run off the leadoff single by Heineman. Try to keep this a 3-0 game.
Now gets Noonan to go after a breaking ball downstairs. Third strikeout by Stewart. Centeno coming up. He popped out his first time at the plate. Swings to the first pitch down low. Now the Dodgers have had trouble finishing innings of late. Can they finish this one off to minimize the damage? Centeno, 28-year-old from Puerto Rico. Last year in the Astros organization. Stewart missing outside with another changeup. Acquired off waivers from the Astros in the offseason. Signed out of Puerto Rico in 2007 by the Mets. One. Fastball's down and inside. He mentioned Stewart's efficiency over 6 innings in New Orleans. He has almost matched his pitch count from that start here tonight. 68 in 6 innings in New Orleans. He's up to 61 tonight. 2-1 tomahawked out of play to the left side.
No activity in the bullpen. You have to wonder if he ends up throwing several more pitches and gets him up into the 70 area if that's going to be enough. Right now, the indicator would be, if he can get out of this inning, he's going to come back to start the next one.
Let's see if he does. Here's his 2-2. Just a little bit down. And Stewart asking for some clarification from Nate Tomlinson on the location. Excuse me, Micah Shopo, our home plate umpire tonight. So the runners, at least the one at first base, Sandy Ibanez, he'll be off on this pitch with 3-2 and 2 out. And Alberto, the guy who's done all sorts of damage, on deck. 3-2. Swing a grounder, right side. More to his left, gobbles it up, and he'll toss over to first base. And a good job by Stewart to minimize damage here in the first inning. Round Rock finishes with 2 hits and 2 men left. It's 3-0 Express. This is Oklahoma City Dodgers baseball on your view on Cox. Legendary Warren Spahn greets fans when they come through the right field entrance here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. And every year, the top left-handed pitcher in baseball, winning the Warren Spahn Award presented by Bricktown Rotary. Great annual event the Dodgers are pleased to be a part of, and it's been Dodgers ace Clayton Kershaw 2 of the last 3 years. Travis Tyrone will start off the third. Dodgers down 3-0. A huge difference in guys who have been sent to the plate so far. As Tyrone, just the 7th at bat, pitches down and inside. Round Rock through 3 innings now and had 17 guys step up. Of course, this is Dodgers starting the 3rd inning. Tyrone, a 3-double night last night. A rare occurrence on a couple of levels. Fouls off the next pitch. His first personal 3-double game since he was in low A ball in 2012 in the Mets system. The first 3-double game by any Oklahoma City player in over 4 years. You have to go back to April the 12th, 2014. Pitches down and inside. That was done by Domingo Santana, now the Milwaukee Brewers. Roth's 2-1, skips in the dirt. Tyrone, Ramos, and Mora here in the Dodgers half of the 3rd inning, down 3-0.
It's amazing how much guys move around, Alex. When they don't really find a home in the big leagues, they end up playing AAA for this franchise or that franchise, and I'm sure you get to see a lot of that. A lot of stuff that goes unrecognized by the folks that are usually just tuning into Major League Baseball.
Well, Tyrone had spent his entire year in the Mets organization until he became a free agent for the first time this offseason, signed with the Dodgers. And the Dodgers down 3-0 tonight. They're down 4-0 last night. Down 2-0 and a 5-1 in the series openers. Tyrone fouls off another. Just not able to take early command of late. Roth facing the minimum through 2 innings. Got a double play to end the 2nd. Tyrone fouls off the next pitch. Now Roth again had a really tough time at things when he pitched last, and hopefully Bill Hasselman can find some answers here for the pitching staff and find some answers to turn things around. This team won 17 games above 500. Now Tyrone takes a little bit inside, ball 4. Roth thought he had strike 3. But Tyrone, with the discerning eye, will find his way on base. And the walks have been few and far between by the Dodgers lineup of late. It's the 2nd in their last 25 innings. And during this current, again, 17-game run, they've had 4.5 times more strikeouts than walks. Henry Ramos starts to show bunt, takes a pitch down and in. Ramos didn't play yesterday, 0 for 4 on Wednesday. Team leader in RBIs in 40 entering tonight. Now he smokes one into left center field for a base hit. Tyrone will hold it second. Well, good start to this inning with 2 on and nobody out.
Very patient on that one as he took it and drove it right back up the middle over the shortstop's head. Got a good piece of it. Rounding the bag at second was Tyrone. Decided to stick right there. Wise choice. 2 on, nobody out.
Angelo Mora will look to continue things here in the early part of the inning. Another switch hitter batting for the right side. Takes the first pitch a little bit below the belt for strike 1. Mora last night 0 for 4. And a bit of a dry spell, 2 for his last 20. But even though he's been slumping of late, has made some key defensive plays night after night. Grounder towards short, could be 2. Initially bobbled over to second for 1. Throw to first. In time, a double play. The rally killer as Mora hits into the double play for the first 2 outs of the inning.
That went right between the umpire's legs. I don't know that I've seen that before. You think with that and with the bobble that surely they're not going to be able to turn 2, but pretty slick defensive maneuvering there. Good job by the first baseman to get the tag down over there by Alberto. And what once looked like a promising inning still has a runner at third, but 2 away now.
Now Tyrone started this inning off with a walk. Not sure what the delay is here. But Connor Joe now making his way to the plate. Joe struck out his first time up. First pitch breaking ball called for a strike. Second double play the Dodgers have hit into in as many innings. This down and away with a changeup. It's now a 1-1 count to Joe. Looking to end an 0 for 8 drought. Takes low again for ball 2.
Pretty good gap in right center field for Joe if he can shoot one over the second baseman's head, who's playing more up the middle than the traditional spot.
Fouls this one off the plate towards the Dodgers dugout. And Roth a pitch away from getting out of this inning.
There's a look at that expanse there in right center field. Quick look.
Dodgers trying to get their first run home of the night. A lot of fans enjoying some cool beverages on this warm night. And Joe swings and misses for strike 3. An inning that started off with promise ends with another 0 on the board for Roth. No runs, a hit, and a man left at third. After 3, Round Rocks leads at 3-0. This is OKC Dodgers baseball and your view on Cox.
All right, Dodgers fans, let's go back down to the first base dugout and play drop the
July 27th through the 30th. The specialty weekend includes post-game fireworks on Friday, July the 7th, presented by Supermercados Morelos, and a Chaparral Energy Family Sunday on July 29th. Find out more and purchase your tickets at cieloazulokc.com or call 405-218-2150.
Wonderful summer night out there on the terrace. the Bricktown Ballpark. Families all gathered in, making a wonderful night of it. Hopefully the Dodgers can get some runs, shut them down here, and come back and get some runs of their own in the bottom half of the inning.
Alberto put down a bunch single his first time up. He's 6 for 9 to start the series. Hits one in the air to right center. Toll's coming in. It's going to be a little bit out of his reach. Now he bobbles it. Alberto will hold back. The throw comes towards first offline, but fortunately backed up by Farmer. Steve, like you said, there have just been quite a few of those hits like that tonight.
Seeing eye single. No blame to go around anywhere. That was just one of those that just dropped in there. If he hits it any harder, it's caught by the center fielder. A little weaker. Second baseman maybe goes out and gets it, but placed just perfectly. And they've had, what, 3 or 4 at least of those already tonight.
Leadoff man's on for the third time in 4 innings. They have scored the previous 2 times. Robinson takes Hyde outside. He has tripled and walked tonight.
It's one of those when you go back and look at the numbers, they really don't tell the story. It's not like they're ringing the ball off the left center field wall or stroking it down the line. They're just finding the right places on the field to drop them in.
Stewart catches the inside corner with a fastball for strike 1.
They say that stuff evens out, but I'm beginning to wonder.
Doesn't seem like really anything has evened out these last 17 games, and I've seen them all. One. This is down and outside. It looked like they were starting to turn the corner at the end of that series in New Orleans, but have reverted back here at home.
Got some guys in the bullpen now standing up and doing some exercises, just beginning to get loose. Hopefully we won't need them here anytime soon.
Well, Stewart is getting relatively close to his limit on the night. Not quite the same outing he had last time out. Robinson swings through a 2-1 pitch for strike 2. Robinson made his major league debut last season with Texas. Now the Dodgers have been into 2 double plays. Maybe they can turn one here. They've got, again, the shift on with a couple extra defenders on the right side of the infield. Robinson will poke it out to play the left side.
Good piece of hitting. Looked like he may have been fooled on that pitch. Wasn't looking for that one, but got the bat out there, made contact. Knocked it foul and stays alive.
Lopes on deck. Leadoff man on again for Round Rock. Constant traffic on the bases behind Brock Stewart tonight. This is down and in for ball 3. Now we'll see if Round Rock is aggressive here, and it sends Alberto at 3-2. Alberto stays, and the pitch is called for strike 3. Nice looking pitch from Stewart as he gets Robinson looking at one on the inside corner.
Started the game by giving up that leadoff triple. There's a good look at the pitch right there, and maybe got a call, but again, those things are supposed to even out. But a big pitch right there, and again, let's get them through this inning and get the bats going.
Christian Lopes coming up. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out and struck out. Throw to first. Alberto in ahead of the tag from Joe. Round Rock with 2 in the first and 1 in the third. Got a man on with 1 out in the fourth. Breaking ball misses outside for ball 1. Now Lopes has been in a slump of late, including tonight. He's won for his last 20. There goes Alberto. Pitch is swung out and missed. Throw down to second. Going to be in time, and Alberto out. Kyle Farmer able to throw him out as Lopes cut through the pitch, and Moore was there waiting to put the tag on.
Great throw. Couldn't have done it any better. So that clears the base paths now. 2 outs.
I think the hit and run was on there. That's just Alberto's second stolen base attempt, so I would think it was likely a hit and run. That Lopes got a good pitch to hit. He just could not connect. Now it's 1-1. And that fastball called for strike 2. Well, it has not been Brock Stewart's best night. He's trying to grind through 4 innings. Ahead at 1-2. Lopes takes a breaking ball down and away. He has yet to throw the breaking ball for a strike tonight.
Well, there's a difference between missing and missing close, and some of those just the batters aren't even offering at when they're that far out. So if you're going to miss, make sure it's something that the hitter thinks is to their liking, so they go out and swing after it. But that last one missed by a wide margin.
Grounded towards short. Valera's got it, throws to first, and Stewart able to face the minimum here in the fourth thanks to a caught stealing. No runs, a hit, and none left. In the middle of the fourth, we'll send it to public address announcer Jared Gallagher for some fun in-between innings entertainment.
Hey there, Dodgers fans. It's Caden here on the third baseline, and I am here with Tyler, and he will be racing against his good buddy Peter on the first baseline. They are both from Stroud, Oklahoma, and they are going to get this race started in 3, 2, 1, go. And they are off, Dodgers fans. They have to make their way around the bases. Let's get a round of applause for these guys. Here we go, Dodgers fans. It's going to be a close one. And it looks like our big winner over there is Tyler. He is going to go home with a Dodgers t-shirt. And we're going to get you guys right back to the game.
Bottom of the fourth inning. The Dodgers down 3-0. So far, so good for Michael Roth of Round Rock. He's given up 2 hits, but has followed both of them up with double plays tonight. Now, maybe second look in the order here. Dodgers will be able to make some adjustments against Roth. Again, a guy they have tended to hit well throughout his career. Andrew Toles will lead off. He struck out his first time up. He'll be followed by Valera and Garlick. Put a shift on for Toles. First pitch hits it out of play. Abanez, the third baseman, moving to the right is second, but he'll play closest to second. Lopes in between Abanez and Alberto. There you see the defensive alignment. It's Lopes about a step on the outfield grass. Toles fouls one straight back.
He's playing so deep and short, too. He's not going to obviously bunt now with 2 strikes on him, but you would think he could surely get something down as deep as he was playing.
Toles still hitless in the series after he had 6 straight multiple hit games entering the series. Takes down and away. Now kind of indicative of just how things for the team has gone, like a switch has been flipped.
Need to flip it back on. Get something going. Get it started right here.
Toles takes low again. And this is the first time the team has lost 8 straight at home since 2005. Only the 3rd time the team has had a home losing streak of 8 or more games. If they cannot win tonight, it will tie the all-time record. Toles with a grounder right side. That's Abanez moving to his left, fielding and throwing to first. Now the shift put on for a reason as Toles grounds into it.
I guess in one way it's amazing that it took that long in baseball for them to figure out that, you know, there are just certain guys, and there always have been guys that just pull the baseball no matter where it's pitched.
Valera takes the first pitch in, and of course that I think has to also do with the increase in amount of data that is available in batted balls in play and where guys tend to hit them, both on the ground, both in the air. Valera shows bunt, takes a strike. Valera flied out his first time up.
You know, and it seemed too when they first started going to this sabermetrics that you figured, okay, that it started, I can see where it might make some sense, but they're probably done with it, and yet they keep adding more and more categories, more information, and it just it's mind-boggling how many stats that you can possibly have. As I look at all the stats that you compile for these games, it's really unbelievable how many different things are charted.
And I don't even scratch the surface. And the next trend is being worked on in some back room right now, I'll tell you that. We don't know what it is yet. You mentioned launch angle earlier. Next pitch is inside.
Yeah, because growing up, it was always keep the ball down and hard on the infield. Make them field the ball. Don't hit a fly ball. Don't hit an easy pop-up. Of course, you're not going to hit home runs when you're hitting it down and hard, but everybody seemed to think your averages would be higher if you just weren't a pop-up hitter.
Valera fouls one off. There will be, like I said, there will be a new trend within a next couple years or so that some people have probably already started to figure out.
Well, I see it used in other sports too, and I think in the NBA they're trying to push it too much, that maybe some of those analytics aren't necessarily as good as what they have in baseball. And you know, a lot of it depends on who's on the floor with you when you're playing, as opposed to your plus and minus numbers on the basketball court. But you know, when you look at a hitter and you see guys that are dead pull hitters or guys that can spray the ball around, you adjust accordingly.
In a baseball where you have so many individual events as in each pitch, again, that's just another data plot. One hopper to Noonan. He'll throw to first for the second out. You know, someone was telling me the other day, I don't pay attention to soccer or the World Cup, but someone was telling me, and I didn't necessarily elaborate, but the amount of how analytics in soccer, I don't even know what kind of analytics could be in soccer.
Well, I did see,
sure there is.
I did see one today that said that Neymar spends 14 minutes a game on the ground, either rolling or writhing in fake pain or what have you. I got a kick out of that one.
Kyle Garlick, a solid single his first time up, cuts through the first pitch. Dodgers have been held to 2 singles tonight. They've had one man reach scoring position. Logan Andrusik has been warming in the Dodgers bullpen. Garlick takes downstairs. Garlick off to a 4-for-5 start in the series. One lifted out of play to the right side.
Yeah, I've tried to watch some of the World Cup, and I've tried really hard. Just can't get myself into it that much. We were in England, in Scotland in 2014 while the World Cup was being played, and it certainly is an event over there, unlike here.
And Garlick hits one sharply off to the left side.
Baseball is just one of those games that you don't necessarily have to be glued with your attention. You're doing other things around the house, perhaps when you're at home and you've got the game on in the background, where, you know, a lot of the other sports you have to almost watch every single play, football, basketball, or if you want to take it all in. But you know, I think that's what's great about baseball too, is the fact that you can, as I mentioned in the last broadcast that we did, and walk around and visit different friends when you're at the ballpark in different sections of the park, and not have to be, you know, seated all the time and everything is just right on top of you the entire ball game.
Garlick with one in the air to right. Heineman settling under it will make the catch, and the Dodgers down in order in the fourth. So Round Rock maintains its 3-0 lead as the Dodgers having trouble getting it going at the plate against Roth tonight. This is OKC Dodgers baseball on Your View on Cox. $2 Thursdays return to Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark when the Dodgers host the New Orleans Baby Cakes on Thursday, July the 19th. All bottled water, Pepsi, and select beer products available for just $2. Purchase your tickets now by calling 405-218-2150 or by visiting OKCDodgers.com. A little popcorn to go along with the $2 drinks on Thursday nights. Logan Andrusik, the new pitcher. Only 4 innings from Stewart tonight as he labored through his outing this evening. Andrusik to make his 10th appearance. No record, 4.4 ERA, 14 1/3 innings, 8 runs, 7 earned on 16 hits, 6 walks, 20 strikeouts. 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. Scott Heineman, 2 for 2, an RBI and 2 runs scored. First pitch from Andrusik called for a strike.
Wonder what the story is behind wearing number 66.
I think it's probably just what was given to him. That's how it works here in the minor leagues. It's what's available, especially at AAA when your rosters are constantly changing. Probably what was available and what fit well.
Right.
Andrusik's 1-1. Taken downstairs. Andrusik last appeared a couple nights ago, worked 1 inning. Allowed 1 run, 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Round Rock trying to do something they haven't done since 2011. That's when 3 straight out this ballpark. Got swept in a 3-game series here earlier this year, dominated by the Dodgers. But it has been a lot different this time around. Andrusik's 2-2. Down to Chase downstairs through one of the dirt. Farmer up with it, and will tag Heineman to get the first out. Straight downer that time from Andrusik, and Heineman swings over it. Calhoun's been on base twice with a single and a walk. First pitch breaking ball, called for a strike up in the zone. Brock Stewart tonight went 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Pitched to Calhoun a little bit outside. Here's 78 pitches, 46 strikes. He has only been handed 1 losing decision in his Oklahoma City Dodgers career. As the next pitch misses down. And this is 23rd career start in an OKC Dodgers uniform, but leaves on the hook for the loss tonight.
And again, of those 7 hits, 3 were maybe, sharply hit. Ran into some bad luck, too.
Popped up behind the plate. Farmer on the track, about 2 feet from the backstop, makes the catch. This is the second time tonight the first 2 batters of an inning have been retired. Dodgers pitching staff looking for its first 1, 2, 3 innings since the 5th inning last night. Abanya swings and misses for strike 1. Sac fly in the first and an RBI single for Abanez tonight. Andrusik missing down. 6'8" right-hander. Grew up in the town of Shiner, Texas. Bricks taking a seat and a little break from hobnobbing with the fans as Abanez will send one out of play to the terrace level on the right side. I don't know how Bricks never gets hot. Got a built-in fur coat. Breaking ball, swing on a miss for strike 3. Nice inning by Andrusik, who makes quick work of the Express here in the 5th. We are halfway through with the Dodgers down 3-0 at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. You're watching Dodgers baseball on your view on Cox. And all the latest Oklahoma City Dodgers merchandise from the official Oklahoma City Dodgers team store. Stock up on all your hats, shirts, jerseys today at shopokcdodgers.com. It's your home for all Oklahoma City Dodgers gear.
Well, maybe we got the pitching turned around. Now if we can get the bats to get going here, get right back in this ball game, still plenty of time.
One of them from the minimum faced by Roth through 4 innings tonight. Coming off a 1-2-3 fourth. Kyle Farmer leading off, takes Hyde outside. Farmer flied out to center his first time up. Second baseman Lopes playing him just about straight up the middle. Takes a fastball for strike 1. Farmer grounds one left side. Noonan backhand shafts, throws to first. Alberto able to stretch out towards right field, keep his right foot on the bag and receive the throw for the first down.
Good play all around. Shortstop having to go deep in the hole. Does it very well and then gets plenty on the throw. And Alberto over there at first doing a good job and keeping the foot on the bag to get the leadoff hitter out.
Boy, that toe just touched the corner of the bag as soon as he caught it, and as soon as it was in his glove, the foot pretty much came off. As soon as it had to. Rios takes high. Rios scratched into a double play his first time up. Swings through the next pitch. Now Alberto writing something in the dirt. I've seen players do that when they come to the plate. I don't really know what he might be doing there at first base. Rios now hits one into deep right field. Heineman at the wall. This ball off the wall. Rios on his way to second. Here comes Heineman's throw, and he slides in safely. The first extra base hit for the Dodgers tonight. It was nearly a home run by Rios off the wall on the fly.
Yeah, when I saw the outfielder turn, I figured he was going to watch it leave the ballpark, but it stayed in. Then Rios really had a dig to get in there just under the tag at second base.
Now, Heineman played it perfectly off the wall and then made a strong throw into second from right in front of the wall. But Rios able to get in a little bit ahead of the throw. We'll see if the Dodgers can do something with it. Tyrone takes down an end. He walked his first time up for Edwin Rios. That's his 9th double. Dodgers being out hit tonight 7-3. Just the second man to reach scoring position tonight, as Rios at second with 1 down. The Dodgers were just 1 for 9 with men in scoring position last night. Tyrone takes, looked like a little cutter there that time on the inner part of the plate for a strike.
Have to be impressed with what you've seen from Roth so far this evening. Sometimes guys, though, are just 4 or 5 inning pitchers. Let's hope that's the case here tonight. He's gotten double plays when he needed them. A couple of strikeouts when needed.
In the dirt, but picked clean by Centeno. The only thing Roth really can be dinged for tonight is the pitch count. It's taken him at least 15 pitches to get through each inning. And now up to 74 tonight. Now some guys hanging out by the bullpen near Round Rock, but no reason to have any action at the moment.
Go opposite field and make those kids happy.
Well, that's where most of Travis Tyrone's power lies, is the opposite way. Two one. Swings through a fastball for strike 2. Dodgers trying to cash in on the Rios double. 2-2 pitch, just a little bit high for ball 3. Now Tyrone took a borderline 3-2 pitches last time up for a walk. That one was awfully close. He takes it for ball 3, and now it's a full count again. 3-2, roped foul left side. Tyrone's hit the Express well this season, 10 for 27. 7 of those hits have gone for doubles. Throw back to second, close, but Rios in safely ahead of the tag from Lopes. Three-two. Swing and a miss through a fastball for strike 3. Strikeout number 4. It's the second out of the inning. Devon Energy Deck filled tonight out in right field. One of the many group and hospitality areas here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. Ramos singled his first time up. Now Dodgers looking for a 2-out hit here from Ramos to get in the run column. Fouls off the first pitch. Well, the right-handers entering tonight have performed well against Roth. He is Tonight, however, got to reverse that trend. Ramos, another switch hitter, tends to bat better from the right side.
Don't really have the shift on, but they certainly play him to pull.
Banya's just about 10 feet at most off the line at third. Swings and hits one sharply, but right to Noonan. It's short. His throw to first, low, but dug out with a backhand by Alberto. Ball stung by Ramos, but again right towards Noonan, who makes the backhanded play to end the inning. Dodgers just cannot get any runs across yet. Dodgers still trailing 3-0. This is OKC Dodgers baseball on Your View on Cox. To play in that game. Always an honor. The downside, though, is these guys grinding through the season don't get much of a break. As the pitch to Carlos Perez called for a strike. Perez 0 for 2. Logan Andrusik coming off a 13-pitch 1-2-3 inning. Perez takes in the dirt for ball 1. He'll be followed by Noonan and Centeno. Breaking ball is lined in a left field for a base hit. 6 innings, 4 times the leadoff man has been on base. 8th hit tonight by the Express.
Just another good piece of hitting. Stayed with it all the way. Again, not a screaming line drive, but hit it where they ain't. That's the old saying in baseball, and Round Rock is certainly living that out tonight.
First pitch to Noonan misses high. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a fly out and a strikeout. Andrusik misses low for ball 2. The Dodgers enter tonight a game out of first place. It was just 18 days ago they had a 6-game lead in first place. They have gone 13 or 14 and as the pitch is grounded sharply off the glove of a diving Rios, and that'll be a base hit.
Scored as a base hit.
And now 2 men on with nobody out. Round Rock already leading 3-0. Meant to say the Dodgers have gone 4-13 since then. Colorado Springs has gone 11-5 during the same amount of time.
Take a look. Tough play if he's able to make it. Just not able to. Do you attribute to, is it pitching and hitting and base running? Is it a little bit of everything, or is it any one thing that stands out to you that the Dodgers have had any one particular problem with?
Well, I hate to place the blame on one unit, but it's been the pitching staff. The numbers speak for themselves. The offense has been, solid for the most part. There has been some things the offense has not done that they had earlier in the year, like almost like clockwork, picking up runners at third with less than 2 out. They really started to struggle in that department of late. A lot of strikeouts in those situations. The hitting with runners in scoring position has been a bit down, but it's hard to ask your offense to have to score 6 games every night to win, or 6 runs every night to win. Not getting length from the starting pitchers has been a big issue too, as the pitch called for a strike to Centeno. He's 0 for 2 tonight. As tonight, Brock Stewart could only go 4 innings. Centeno showing bunt takes low. It's 3-1. He's been willingly showing bunt to give up and out, but it's now 3-1. Tonight, the 6th time in the last 14 games the Dodgers starting pitcher has gone 4 or fewer innings. 3-1 to Centeno, still showing bunt and fouls it off the left side.
Well, you have your all-star Banuelos, who's going to pitch tomorrow, and then Hutchinson on Sunday.
Yeah, well, Banuelos, though, coming off the disabled list, so obviously you hope he'll look his usual form, but he will be a little bit limited in terms of his pitch count. 3-2, line to second. Mora makes the catch and throws to second for the double play. And finally, maybe those things start to even out. A hard hit ball, but Angelo Mora makes the jumping grab and able to double off. Perez at second base.
Well, that helps the situation as you take a look, or saw a look there at the double play. That one didn't find a place to land safely, and the Dodgers executed the double play nicely.
Alberto batting right. First pitch called for a strike. Alberto 2 for 2, 7 for 10 in the series. A bunt single and a bloop single tonight. It is all coming up aces for Alberto in Oklahoma City. Hits this one in the air to left center field. Toll's got a late jump, but is able to recover and make the catch to end the inning. So a double play aids the Dodgers in getting out of the sixth, and they maintain it down 3-0. Hopefully can get the bats finally going. This is Oklahoma City Dodgers baseball on Your View on Cox. Hop-along horse race in between innings here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. And let me tell you, those things are a lot harder to ride and control than you would think. And a couple little buckaroos trying to win the relay here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. Dodgers trying to win the relay as well. They're down 3-0 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Angelo Mora made a nice leaping catch in the top of the inning. Cannot connect on a bunt attempt for strike one. Grounded into a 6-4-3 double play his first time up. Roth misses low and in. There is some action in the Round Rock bullpen for the first time tonight. Right-hander Chris Jensen has been throwing. And for the Dodgers, Ariel Hernandez getting loose. Mora fells one down for strike two. After Mora, Connor Joe and Andrew Tolles. Dodgers have been limited to 3 hits tonight by Roth. He worked around a 1-out double last inning. One-two, able to get a piece, hit it out of play behind the plate to stay alive.
Doing a good job keeping these guys off balance, making contact a lot of times out in front, behind, reaching. Pretty impressed with what he's shown us here.
Shakes a couple signs, now he delivers. Mora fouls another one back to the screen. One-two, hit in the air to right center. Robinson drifting back to his left will make the catch. Ariel Hernandez warming up in the Dodgers bullpen. Gonna have to lean on the bullpen for at least 5 innings tonight after Stewart only goes 4. Joe 0 for 2. Sits one in the air to shallow center field. And again, it is Robinson tracking it and makes the catch. Last night, Round Rock got 6 innings of 1-run ball from rehabbing Texas Rangers pitcher Martin Perez. It is now 5 2/3 scoreless from Roth tonight. Andrew Tolles takes the first pitch well outside for ball one. Tolles is 0 for 2. Grounded into a shift last time up, and the Express have it on again with Ibanez to the right of second base. And he grounds it to Ibanez again. 2 ups, he's got it, throws to first, and that's a quick and easy 1-2-3 inning for Roth, who's got 6 scoreless under his belt tonight. Through 6 innings, all Round Rock at 3-0. This is OKC Dodgers baseball on Your View on Cox. Don't miss out on the next Pizza Hut all-you-can-eat night on Saturday, July the 8th. Hey, that's tomorrow. The Dodgers will host the Round Rock Express. Pizza Hut all-you-can-eat packages available for groups of 10 or more and include all-you-can-eat food, a Dodgers hat, and a game ticket. Call 405-2100 for more information. T-shirt toss in between innings. Nothing quite gets fans excited as the prospect of getting a free T-shirt. They don't even know what's on the T-shirt.
It's free, man.
Ariel Hernandez, the new pitcher for the Dodgers. They'll face the top of the order here in the 7th inning. 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Round Rock. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. Robinson leads it off. Shift on with Rios in a shallow right. First pitch looked good, a little bit low. It's 1-0. Hernandez to make his 13th appearance. 1-2 with a 4.5 ERA. 14 innings pitched. 8 runs on 12 hits. Bunted straight down, and it is a fair ball, and they'll throw to first for the out. Robinson thought it was foul.
Looks like it's laying out there in front of home plate.
Yeah, it's
sure
barely out there. Yeah, and right. And it was Farmer made the tag, so it's a 2 unassisted.
Right. That's hard to do. Put down a run and make it go forward, but only that much forward. He was standing in amazement at his own ability.
Lopes takes high for ball 1. Now the Dodgers get 2 scoreless from Logan Ondrusek out of the bullpen, allow 2 hits with 2 strikeouts. Hernandez will look to keep it going here. It just swung out and missed. Lopes 0 for 3 tonight. Last game for Hernandez on Wednesday, hitting in 2/3 scoreless, 2 hits, no walks, and 1 strikeout. One sliders down and away. Lopes with 2 groundouts and a strikeout tonight. To 1 fouled back. Again, the Dodgers entering tonight. The game out of first. First place Colorado Springs playing a doubleheader, because they were rained out yesterday. They won game 1 2-1 at home against New Orleans, and they're in the middle of game 2 in a 4-4 tie. 2-2 grounded foul. Of course, you can't gain any ground unless you win.
Yeah, despite their troubles, they still have the 4th best overall record. Memphis there at number 1, followed by Fresno, Colorado Springs, and then the Dodgers there at number 4. But that was a lot better just a couple weeks ago. They were right up there at the very top.
And the troubles all began right after the Dodgers had reached the season best 17 games above 500. And they're down again tonight. Down and away from Hernandez for ball 3. Elsewhere in the league, Nashville and Iowa had a lengthy rain delay to start their game, and Nashville leads 2-0 in the 3rd. Memphis with a 4-1 lead at home in the 7th against Omaha. 3-2. Grounded right side, and that's through for a base hit. Lopes' first hit, but the Express's 10th. Their 4th consecutive game with at least 10 hits. Runner board for Scott Heineman. He's 2 for 3 tonight with an RBI and 2 runs scored.
Robinson hit that leadoff batter of the entire game, a triple. Since then, it's been 9 singles for Round Rock. And they've been able to string a couple of those together to drive in 3 runs.
Pitch is lined foul on the left side.
Nothing like coming to the baseball game and getting yourself a baseball. All the games I ever went to, never caught one of my own.
Dodgers infielders a double played out. The step and throw to first, and Lopes in safely. Round Rock scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third. Dodgers yet to score tonight. Hernandez misses inside. Elsewhere in the league, battle the top 2 teams of the Pacific Southern Division. Salt Lake in front of El Paso. It's 3-1 in the 5th. El Paso once 6 games out of first place, have come back to overtake a lead in the Pacific Southern Division, 2 ahead of Salt Lake entering tonight. Breaking ball is low. Tacoma and Albuquerque in a 2-2 tie in the 5th inning at Albuquerque. Albuquerque in 3rd in the Pacific Southern, but just 2.5 games out. Two-one from Hernandez. There goes Lopes. Pitch is called for a strike, and Farmer could not handle it out of his glove. There'll be no throw down to second. Lopes with his 8th stolen base.
Had a good jump, too, unless Farmer puts it right on the bag like he did earlier. Probably going to steal that base anyhow.
Now the Express 2 for 3 in their stolen base attempts tonight. And now they've got him out in scoring position. Hernandez trying to keep the Express at 3. 2-2. Grounded towards third. Rios fields in foul territory.
You know, the stolen base, we talked about analytics and sabermetrics earlier. Stolen bases, you know, you remember back in the 70s and the 80s, and guys were stealing 60, 80, 100 bases, and there was not just 2 or 3 of them. There was 5 or 6 guys that would steal that many. You don't see that many guys anymore with even over 30. Defenses have tightened up. Pitchers and coaches have made sure that those guys get the ball to the plate quicker, not such long deliveries, even if it is out of the stretch.
2-2 to Heineman and the pitch. Ground to the right side. Mora charges. Fakes the throw to third. Throws to first. It's the second out, but advances Lopes to third. We'll see if Hernandez can get by Willie Calhoun here and keep the Dodgers down by 3. Calhoun 1 for 2 in the walk. Dodgers will employ a bit of a different shift now with a man at third. And he chops it towards the right side. Joe comes over, has it, shovels over to first. Hernandez almost overran the bag, but able to go back and step on it. And a good job by Hernandez as this bullpen has now delivered 3 scoreless innings. Dodgers still down 3-0 as we stretch here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. Let's turn it over to public address announcer Jared Gallagher.
Now let's get on your feet, Dodgers fans. Stretch out those muscles and join along as we sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
pitching for Round Rock, 13, Chris Jensen.
Now let's sing along to our state song, Oklahoma.
Seventh inning stretch winding down here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark, as well as a rousing rendition of Oklahoma, and hopefully that can inject some life in the Dodgers dugout. They're down 3-0, trying to avoid what would be a third straight loss overall, 8th consecutive loss or 9th consecutive loss at home. Dodgers have been limited to 3 hits tonight. But the Express make a pitching change. Michael Roth, who stymied the Dodgers over 6 innings, is out. Right-handed reliever Chris Jensen in. First man he faces is Breivik Valera. Jensen out of the stretch with none on. First pitch is low for ball 1. This is Jensen's 6th appearance for Round Rock. A 1-0 record. 12 2/3 innings, 5 runs, 4 earned. On 9 hits, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts. Pitch for Valera, softly lined to short. Caught by Noonan right above the ground for the first down.
Well, I was about to say the Dodgers probably pretty happy to see Roth out of there, only giving up those 3 hits, really only threatening to score just 2 innings ago when they did have a runner at second base. But Jensen gets the leadoff hitter, and it'll be up to Garlick and Farmer to try to get something going here.
6 scoreless for Roth. As he mentioned, just 3 hits allowed, walked 1. Pitches down and away to Kyle Garlick. 4 strikeouts, 88 pitches, 57 strikes. Second baseman Lopes moving to the left his second time is called. Garlick is 1 for 2 tonight. Jensen misses low. Jensen began the year in the Rockies organization, split between AAA Albuquerque and AA Hartford. Released in early June and signed by the Rangers 10 days later. Garlick fouls the pitch back to the screen. Last outing for Jensen. Worked 4 innings of long relief on July 1st. 1 run, 5 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and a no decision. Two-1. Swinging a line drive left center field into the gap for Garlick, rolling all the way towards the wall. It is cut off by Robinson to the front of the warning track. Garlick will stop out second. And it's a double for Garlick. 2 more hits tonight after a 3-hit night yesterday.
Good job by Garlick on that one. That one he did get behind and drove it all the way to the wall, as you said. Cut it off right before he gets there. Garlick just trots into second base, gets the double, and he has 2 of the 4 hits on the night.
12th double with Oklahoma City this season for Garlick. Farmer at the plate. He's 0 for 2. First pitch fastball called for a strike. Dodgers are 1 for their first 7 with men on base tonight. No 1 to Farmer. Fouls it off behind the plate. Farmer is flied out to center and grounded out to short. Jensen trying to keep the Dodgers off the board in the 7th. Breaking ball swung out of his for strike 3. Jensen's first strikeout and the team's 5th.
Now batting the third baseman, Edwin Rios.
And remains at second with 2 down for Edwin Rios. Right over the top of a curveball that time.
Pretty good bender.
Fires in a curveball for a strike to Rios. Rios 1 for 2, doubled off the wall in right field last time up. Another curve, this one a little bit outside. Garlick at second. Dodgers trying to get on the board, down 3-0 in the 7th. As time starting to run a bit thin. Fastball grounded towards the left side, right to Noonan. He fields and throws to first, and that ends the inning. So the Dodgers against a new pitcher. Result still the same. They get a double but leave the man at second. They're still scoreless through 7, and it's 3-0 Round Rock here on Dodgers Baseball on Your View on Cox. Don't miss Chaparral Energy Family Sunday on July the 8th. Bring the entire family to the ballpark for fun activities, including a mascot meet and greet with Bricks in Brooklyn. You get player autographs, enjoy inflatable games, and a chance for all kids to run the bases after the game. Get your tickets to Chaparral Energy Family Sunday now at OKCDodgers.com. Now Bricks, a little bit too tall for the limbo. Brooklyn barely made it. Andy Ibanez will lead off the 8th. Round Rock still leading 3-0. Ariel Hernandez back for a second inning. First pitch fastball called for a strike. Ibanez a couple of RBIs tonight. Oh, 1 hit of the air to deep left field. Playable though for Ramos, who backtracks near the front of the warning track for the first out.
3 runs in the first 3 innings for the Express. Since then, 4 shutout innings. Bullpen's come on and done a good job. Need to get the bats going tonight.
Carlos Perez, the batter, he's 1 for 3. First pitch is high inside for ball 1. Parent Club Los Angeles Dodgers beginning the Freeway Series tonight against the Los Angeles Angels down in Anaheim. The first pitch temperature tonight at Angel Stadium, 108 degrees.
Wow.
That is the highest ever recorded first pitch temperature in that stadium's history.
I don't think of Anaheim as being, desert-like. Heard it was 107 the other night when Arizona was hosting. That wasn't a big surprise, but 108 in Anaheim?
Grounded at third base. Oh, it's a foul ball. Huh. Well, let's see if we get another look here. Nate Tomlinson, all smiles. It's not really debated by the Dodgers. But from up here, I guess when Rios fielded, he was the ball slightly in foul territory. Now Hernandez misses outside. By the way, the Dodgers, once left for dead, have now pulled into a first-place tie in the NL West. Breaking ball misses high. It's 3-2.
Make a case where there's a lot of teams in the National League that still have legitimate shots at postseason play. In the American League, it seems as though there's, you only have 5, and there's only about 7, 8 teams at the very most still in what you would consider playoff contention.
3-2, high and tight. And that foul ball that looked like it might have been a ground out ends up allowing the inning, or the at-bat, to continue, and then he fires 3 outside the strike zone for a walk. Round Rock's had at least 1 base runner, 7 of 8 innings tonight. Pitch to Noonan is down and away. Hernandez takes some time off the back of the rubber. Noonan singled his last time up in the 6th. Swings and a grounder that goes past the feet of Hernandez into center field. Noonan's second hit. Again, it's an inning with at least 2 men on base.
Hot shot right back through the pitcher's mound. Hernandez had to do a little dancing on that one, get out of the way. But perfectly placed once again.
2-1 for Centeno as Round Rock tries down to a 3-0 lead and bury the Dodgers here in the 8th inning. Swinging a weak grounder right side. Mora puts the tag on the runner and now throws to first, and it's a double play to end the inning. Hernandez pumped up, clapping his glove in the direction of Angelo Mora, who fields the weak grounder and able to put the tag on Noonan before throwing to first. So the threat averted here as we get another look at the double play. Dodgers still down 3-0. This is OKC Dodgers baseball on your view on Cox. OKC Dodgers back at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark tomorrow and Sunday to finish out the series against the Express. Tickets start at just $9, and you can get your tickets by calling 405-218-2150 or by visiting OKCDodgers.com. Remember, tomorrow night is the 89ers night and the Dodgers floor mat giveaway, and then the Chaparral Energy Family Sunday. Note the special 105 start time for that one. First pitch, Travis Tyrone is high and outside. 79 hitters, Tyrone, Ramos, and Mora coming up. Jensen back for a second inning of work. Worked around a 1-out double by Kyle Garlick last inning. Foul ball that ricocheted off both the mask of Centeno and Mike Cascioppo, the home plate umpire. Mike Cascioppo will go out and take a stroll with Jensen, allow Centeno a little bit of time to recuperate. Tyrone has walked and struck out tonight. Josh Sborz begins to throw in the Dodgers bullpen. Jensen takes a little bit something off, and it's called for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Now ahead at 1-2. Breaking balls outside.
He's shown he has a good breaking ball, but those breaking ball pitchers, every so often, they'll hang one. See if he can hang one for the Dodgers here in this inning.
Didn't hang it, but left it high for ball 3.
Only 71 miles an hour in that off-speed pitch.
Full count to Tyrone. That's inside, ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk.
Got to start somewhere.
We've seen several late inning rallies start with a walk.
No defending the walk.
Henry Ramos at the plate. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Switch hitter batting left. The infielders at double play depth. Dodgers have hit into 2 of them tonight. Fastball from Jensen down the way. Ramos singled in the 3rd, a sharp ground out in the 5th. Pitch up in the zone for strike 1. Ramos a grimace. Did not probably agree with that call.
Don't think he's sold on that one.
I'm not either. Now he swings. It's a liner into right center for a base hit. Tyrone will head on over to 3rd. Here comes the throw from Robinson, and he's safe. Dives in head first. Abanez incredulous. That was a heck of a throw from Drew Robinson. And the throw definitely beat Tyrone. But he barely got the left hand in ahead of the tag.
Boy, when he made that turn, I thought, boy, a good throw, and he's out. And they put it on there. Pretty close.
Ramos got to 2nd on the throw. It's scored a single for Ramos. Again, he goes to 2nd on the throw to 3rd. And now the Dodgers with runners at 2nd and 3rd, none out. Angelo Mora takes a breaking ball outside. They've got the tying run at the plate. It is just the 2nd time tonight the man has reached 3rd base.
Ramos with a good, sharp single into right center field. Aggressive base running by Tyrone. The Dodgers have it set up for a big inning.
Mora's 0 for 2. He's into a double play and flied out. (1-0). Takes it high and outside.
Jensen not looking near as sharp as he did last inning. Let's see if the Dodgers can take advantage.
Mora fouls it down. Round Rock, some action in the bullpen.
Runners lead away.
2-1. It's outside.
Top of the order up here after Mora.
I believe it is Brandon Mann currently loosening in the Round Rock bullpen, a lefty. 3-1, swung out and missed.
After Mora, back to the top of the order, and Connor Joe, and you know that he's wanting to make amends for a less than par evening thus far in the ball game.
Full count to Morrow, the payoff pitch. Grounds it to the right side. Runner doesn't go at first. Now he's caught in between home and 3rd. Tyrone towards the plate. The throw from Ibanez to Centeno. And now it's Alberto making the tag.
Wow.
Why wasn't he running?
It was a deep ground ball.
No, Alberto makes the backhand play, steps on first. Ramos was going to third.
5-2-3.
And eventually they get him in a rundown. That was a good catch by Ibanez as Alberto almost threw it away.
Well, and the swipe at first base by Alberto to come up with the baseball to begin with to start the whole play. Wow, that's just, boy, when it goes bad, that's a killer. Double play. Started to say that's been the Dodgers' worst enemy tonight, but second and third, surely there's no way they're going to get a double play in any situation.
Second and third with no out,
right.
and the defense is conceding the run. The team is up 3-0 in the 8th inning.
That's, the commitment play. You're either going or you're not. You can't second guess, or you end up with what you just saw.
I mean, you're up 3. Unless that ball is stung right at Alberto, he's not throwing it home.
Well, and he still is able to field the ball, look at the runner, and tag first base.
Joe now hits one in the air to center field. Robinson racing back at the wall, off the wall, and Robinson takes a tumble. Ramos will score. Joe on his way to third. He'll stop there. Robinson shaken up. It's an RBI triple. And now we're going to have to play the what-if game. Ball was crushed by Joe off the center field fence. And Robinson goes into the wall hard, face first. Then does a backward somersault. Credit him, he gets up after losing his glove to throw it back in. And he won't even get a visit from the athletic trainer, but that's clearly got to hurt.
He fought the wall, and the wall won. Take another look. He's going back, and he paid the price on that one. Would have been a fabulous catch. You can see him grimace as he gets to his feet, and still has the presence of mind to get the ball back in. Otherwise, Joe comes around easily to score to make it a 3-2 ball game. And yeah, what if?
No, it's only 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1. Sorry.
That should be 3-2. Jensen will leave, and Brandon Mann will come in to face the lefty Andrew Tolles. Now, the Dodgers do have the tying run of the plate here with 2 out in the 8th inning. Trailing 3-1 on the board for the first time tonight. This is OKC Dodgers baseball on Your View on Cox. Now, Connor Joe finally getting the Dodgers on the board with a triple out to dead center field, and Drew Robinson running into the wall to boot. Henry Ramos scored, but again, after a base-running blunder on the play before that, Dodgers missed out on a chance for another run. They do still have the tying run at the plate as the new pitcher Brandon Mann throws a first-pitch strike to Andrew Tolles. Tolles 0 for 3 tonight, trying to pick up Joe with 2 away here in the 8th inning. Breaking ball called for a strike. Dodgers had success against Mann 2 nights ago. Allowed 1 run and 3 hits over 1 inning. But he's quickly ahead of Tolles at 0-2. Pitch is tapped foul as Tolles stays alive. He has struck out once, grounded out twice. Hitting into a shift on the right side of the infield both times. Noonan will play to the left as second. Ibanez has been placed on the right side of the infield in the past, but with the runner at third, he stays on the left side of the infield.
Nothing but curveballs so far.
0-2. Breaking ball lined off the mound to Newton, playing up the middle. He fields and throws to first to end the inning. The Dodgers get one. They should have had more, and they'll trail 3-1 as we go to the 9th inning here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark, in danger of losing an 8th straight at home. This is OKC Dodgers baseball and your view on Cox. And tomorrow night, we're going to throw it back to the 1980s. As the 89ers night will be tomorrow here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. Get your tickets and be a part of the throwback fun by calling 405-218-2150 or by going to OKCDodgers.com.
I wonder who that was back in the day. I should probably know that.
I know who that is. It's Josh Spores, who will take over here in the 9th. Bullpen so far has thrown 4 scoreless innings. Dodgers down by 2 at 3-1. Alberto to lead off the 9th inning. Spores, the right-hander, out of the stretch with nobody on. First pitch grounded is short. Right to Valera, up with it, and he throws to first. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, that's the way to get things going. Get right back at them.
Ariel Hernandez went 2 scoreless, allowed 1 hit with 1 walk and no strikeouts. First man of the inning retired by Spores. Spores making his 21st appearance with the Dodgers. He's 0-1. 4.01 ERA. 24 2/3 innings pitched, 12 runs, 11 earned on 28 hits. First pitch to Drew Robinson, who and slammed in the wall last inning, but apparently has shown no ill effects.
Looking ahead, the Dodgers will have 3, 4, and 5 up in their lineup, so meat of the order. Get them out here and get a couple more runs in the bottom of the 9th and win it or send it to extra innings, one of the two.
Round Rock has their all-star closer, R.J. Alvarez, getting ready in the bullpen. Spores last pitched Wednesday, a scoreless inning. Gave up a couple hits, struck out 2. Robinson rolls 1 foul. He's 1 for 3. Started off this game with a triple and scored. One-two, gone to chase and cut through a high fastball for strike 3.
96 on that pitch. So the speedometer says, do you call that a speedometer, or what do you call that when it's up there like that?
A radar gun. Spores has retired the first 2 batters, looking to keep this a 2-run game. Christian Lopes is 1 for 4. Pitch is high for ball 1. Singled his last time up in the 7th. Takes the pitch down and away. To a fastball called for a strike. Other Dodgers affiliates in action. AA Tulsa trailing at home against Midland. They're down by 1 in the 9th. It's 4-3. High A Rancho Cucamonga has won 10 straight entering tonight. They lead 1-0 in San Jose. Lopes fouls it back. Round Rock out hitting the Dodgers 11-6 tonight. It's the 4th consecutive home game. The Dodgers have given up 11 hits. 2-2 to Lopes. Breaking ball hit in the air right side, and it's going to get out of play. Again in the bottom of the ninth, it'll be Valera, Garlick, and Farmer coming up. Two-two, popped up in a shallow center. Infielders back, Tolles in. It's Tolles calling for it and making the catch. Spores does his job and retires the side here in the top of the ninth. Dodgers need 2 outs or else they're going to tie a team record with a 9-game home losing streak. We'll see if they can pull off the rally after the break. This is OKC Dodgers baseball on Your View on Cox.
Well, let's hope there's fireworks here in the ninth and then fireworks after the ball game.
All-star closer R.J. Alvarez, the league leader in saves, will come in for Round Rock. Closed out the game 2 nights ago. Inherits a 3-1 lead here in the 9th inning. Brave Valera, the first to face him. First pitch from Alvarez misses low. Valera 0 for 3 tonight. Chris Jensen went an inning and 2/3, allowed 1 run on 3 hits. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. It's called for a strike. Brandon Mann, 3rd of an inning. No runs, no hits, no walks, no strikeouts. Stranded an inherited runner at 3rd. Dodgers need 2 here in the bottom of the 9th inning, in danger of losing a 9th straight home game. Valera swings, hits it out of play behind the plate. Now Round Rock has gotten plenty of guys on, but the pitching staff has worked out of some innings to keep them at 3 since the 3rd. They've put up the zeros to allow this offense to get back in it. Had a great chance and ran themselves out of a chance for more than 1 run. One-two's high and outside. Alvarez with a 1-2-3 inning on 3 groundouts on Wednesday. That was in a 3-run game. 2.22 ERA on the year. 17 saves and 18 chances. Opponents batting .220. Two hit out of play behind the plate.
He's bringing it mid-90s. And too many guys are throwing mid-90s that are still in the minors. Most of those guys, they move up to the major league level. Of course, a lot of those guys now are throwing 98 to 102. Didn't used to be that way.
Two grounded to the right side. Lopes takes a few steps in, fields, and throws to first. 2 runs with 2 outs to play here. What the Dodgers are in need of.
Got to get somebody on base first.
Now Kyle Garlick's got 2 of the team's 6 hits tonight. Batting right. Right outside, ball 1. Garlick is 2 for 3, doubled last time up in the 7th. One 1-0. Hit above the screen, out of play behind the plate. Skarlik singled in the second, flight out in the fourth, double in the seventh.
Looking for a pitch to hit and drive it somewhere.
Kyle Farmer on deck. Here's the 1-1. Fastball a little bit outside. And Tenno holding it there for a little bit longer. Thought they had strike two. Now Farmer hoping he'll come up representing the tying run. Two-1 is hit in the air to deep left center, but Robinson over to his right will make the catch on the move. Dodgers down to their final out.
Now batting the catcher, Kyle Farmer.
Farmer 0 for 3.
Figure out a way to get on base anyway.
First pitch is down and away for ball one. Farmer flied out the second, grounded out the fifth, struck out the seventh. Dodgers on the brink of losing for the 14th time in 18 games, and for the 11th time in 13. Farmer hits it in the air to deep center. Robinson is back on the track and will make the catch. That will do it. Round Rock wins this one 3-1. They've taken the first 3 games of the series. It's 9 straight losses at home, 11 in the last 13, 14 in the last 18 as the free fall continues. 3-1 the final. Round Rock has won 3 straight in Oklahoma City for the first time since 2011. This is Dodgers baseball on Your View on Cox. Well, Round Rock has won 3 straight at this ballpark for the first time since 2011. There's been a lot of first time since in a bad way of late for the Dodgers as they have lost a 9th straight home game that is tied for the longest home losing streak in this ballpark's history. Round Rock is now on 5 straight overall and 6 straight on the road as they take this one by a final score of 3-1. The Express with a win now 42-45. The Dodgers at 45-38 as this current rough patch seems like it is never going to end at this point. Dodgers in the Express will play again tomorrow night. It'll be another 7 o'clock start here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. Dodgers hoping their all-star Manny Banuelos, who's coming off the DL, can help get them back in the right direction. Banuelos takes on Adrian Sampson of the Round Rock Express. Steve and I will be back with you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And again, the Dodgers and the Express finish out the series on Sunday. Tomorrow night, both 89ers night as well as the format giveaway.